Good evening, folks. Just going to try something a little different here. I found one of our green screens. Nathan had stuck in a box and I was cleaning and found it. I was like, hey, I'll pull that out and play with it. But unfortunately, it was all wrinkled from being in the box. But if you can tolerate that, I just wanted to share with you a little bit of video knowledge and opinion on some of my favorite detectors. So my very first one I'd like to kind of review or give you my opinion on is this one here. This is the Tesoro Compadre. Hopefully you can read that. It's made by Tesoro, obviously, from Prescott, Arizona, and they make great machines. And I'm sure to most of you this doesn't look like much, but it's a very underrated, powerful machine, and it's very affordable. I think they retail 165-ish or something with a lifetime warranty. Tesoro gives lifetime warranties on their new machines. Probably the best warranty in the business. Unfortunately, some of the other people don't back theirs as long as Tesoro does, but I've never had to, really on any of my brands, I've hardly had to use any warranty service, so I don't think it's a big issue to me. If you take care of your machines, for the most part, they're not just going to fall apart, you know. So anyways, it does have a lifetime warranty. It's a great machine. As you can see, I got this is an older version, so it's kind of beat up. I've used the heck out of it. But you got this coil here. It's about a 6-inch coil, which I prefer. The only downside to these machines is they didn't make them so you could interchange the coils. The cable's kind of just there. You can't disconnect it unless you want to get technical and solder yourself. You could do some of that, but the way it's set up, you don't really need to change it, man. It runs great. I can't remember if I told you it runs at 12 kilohertz. It's a VLF machine. VLF stands for very low frequency. That's what most of your common detectors are that you see in the parks and stuff. You get some more gold-oriented machines. They get into PI technology, which is pulse induction. Could go into that another time, but for the most part, most of the detectors you see for sale around are VLF machines. So let me show you a little bit of how I use this thing. Okay, so normally when I use most machines, I'll run them in all metal and just kind of scan wherever I'm at, you know, grid it out, scan it. And as I'm scanning, I'm listening for excuse me, a spike in a tone or something that attracts my attention. After I get a hit, you know, maybe to the right or left of the coil or front or back, I try to zero in on that target until I get the strongest possible repeatable hit. You know, I just keep scanning over that spot until it gets the strongest repeatable signal, and that's where I know I'm good. Once I get there, and if I want to verify, I should have showed you that. If I want to verify the target's good, my go-to setting here is this arrow. I point it right to the N in iron, and that's been a good overall setting for me. You miss little to no jewelry with that setting, in my opinion, from what I've found. Anyhow, so I run it to iron. So say you're hunting in all metal, you get a target, you zero in on it and get the strong tone, and you want to check it. I'd normally thumb this up. It rolls pretty smooth up to iron, and keep trying. If the signal keeps repeating solid and steadily, then most likely it's going to be a decent target. Now, discrimination doesn't guarantee you're not going to dig trash, but it does definitely help cut down on it. And Tesoro has a kind of an older technology, but it's reliable and effective, and it works, and they stuck with it, and I'm sticking with them. I've had a lot of Tesoro machines, and I love them. I'd own any of them again, but I like to try new things, as you all know. So this is one I'll keep forever, though, in my arsenal. I had 3 of them. I sold 2. I regretted that, and so this one's going to stay. I highly recommend this. I mean, a lot of people look for those digital displays, GPS, Bluetooth, toasters, whatever the hell, you know, hooked to them these days, but all those bells and whistles are nothing. Your ears are the best discrimination you can get, and the best decision making you can do to dig a target is to use your brain. And I'll live by that forever. Target ID is nice. It's nice to look at and kind of you know, it gives you an idea of what it might be, and when you dig it up, you can see if the machine was right or wrong. It's kind of fun in that sense. But a lot of people over rely on the target ID, the visual IDs, and they'll, you know, their brain will say, I'm not going to dig this because the machine told me not to. And of course, computers aren't perfect, so you might pass up a gold ring that you thought was a pull tab or something. So, coming from Tesoro and Bounty Hunter, kind of my original machines, I've learned to beep and dig and use my ears and my, you know, my brain a little bit to dig rather than visually what something tells me to dig. And I think that's the best way for anyone to learn how to detect. It's got a simple, solid tone. Let me see if I got something. I think you heard it when I ran my phone by. It's got a simple, solid tone. Let's see if we can, instead of like circus music crap that some of these detectors use, it just drives you nuts, you know. One simple, solid tone's all I need and all I prefer. Some people like the other tones, and you know, you can assign certain tones to different targets, but it's what I prefer. Just a nice, solid, let you know if there's something there and dig it type thing, you know. It saves you a lot of time sitting there thinking. I could dig a target, recover it, plug my hole, and move on to the next target by the time some of these people just decide they want to dig. That's what target ID, it just makes you think too long, and it takes away from your valuable fun time, in my opinion. I just like to do it fast, get another target, get as many targets as I can. The more targets you dig, obviously the best chances you're going to get a good reward. So anyways, that's it in a nutshell. Again, it's one of my favorite machines. Never get rid of it, and I highly recommend it to pros or amateurs. And again, lifetime warranty, lightweight, thing's awesome. So I hope you liked the review, and if you have any questions about it, feel free to message me either on my Facebook, the Mental Detectors page, or my YouTube channel. However, just contact me. If you're in Phoenix, if you want to try some of these machines, I'm almost always, I should say, willing to go out with people and hunt and show them what I know, and let them try whatever machines I have. So if you want to do that, maybe we can set up a time and I can come let you play with it for a bit and see if you like it. I'm not a salesman, I'm just trying to show you what I like and what works for me, and this is one of them. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to try to do some of my other machines in the near future here, but my battery's running low. So I'll wish you a good night, and I'll sign off. Take care.